Okay, so today we are going to be learning about comparing numbers, so finding out what is greater than and what is less than. So when we say greater than, that means we're looking for the bigger number over the smaller number. So our essential question today is, how can you compare two numbers to find which is greater? So greater again means bigger. So we're going to be using these base 10 blocks. So this right here would be 10, and these are ones, okay? And we're also going to be drawing pictures using base 10 blocks and the ones. So the question is, which number is greater? So which number is greater? 65 or 56? So which number is greater? Again, we're looking for the bigger number. So if I'm using these, this would be 10. So count by tens with me. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And that's where these come in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'd be 65. So how many of these base 10 blocks do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many ones do I have? So these are my tens. Here's my ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 65. So let's see what 56 looks like. So remember, I ended up with 6 tens and 5 ones. So now let's try 56 and see what we come up with. So again, let's count by tens until we get to 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So there we are, right here at 50. So that's the tens. Now the ones, say we have 6. So 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. So let's count how many tens we have. So we're looking at tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 tens. So 5 tens, and how many ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then we have 6 ones. So I take these away. We want the one with more tens, right? So if I look over here, I have 6 tens versus 5 tens. So which number is bigger? Which one has more tens in it? That's right, 65 does. So another way I can show that is by drawing with base 10 blocks, okay? So I can just draw my own blocks. So for 65, I'll do 65 right here. I could do, here's my tens, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then I want 5 ones. So 61, 62. Oh, sorry, I'm drawing the ones in the wrong spot. So there's my tens. 60, and then 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. So then I'm going to move on to 56. We're going to draw 56. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then I know I have 6 ones, so I'm going to draw 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I know this is equal to 5 tens, and this is equal to 6 ones, which will give me 56. So which number is greater? Which one has more? That's right, this one has more, so the greater number is 65. All right, we're going to move on to the next page. So when we are comparing and talking about greater than, that also means we're talking about the greater than symbol, which is this right here. It's a little alligator symbol, right? So you want your open mouth to be facing the bigger number so you can eat the bigger number. Okay? So here's some examples up top. So it says to compare 25 and 17, first compare the tens. So this number is always going to be the tens part. Oh, we're kind of out of focus here. There we go. All right, so this number is always going to be the 10 spot. So how many tens do we have right here? 2. Here we go. So 1, 2. And how many ones do we have right here? That's right, we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for 17, how many tens do we have? We only have 1. So there's our 1 10. And how many ones? That's right, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So as you can see, 2 tens is more or greater than 1 10. So which number is greater than? That's right. So 25 is greater than 17. And remember, we want our open mouth to face the greater number so we can eat it. All right, so here's another example. So sometimes you might run into a problem where you have the same number in the tens spot. So where are you going to look to figure out which number is greater? That's right, you're going to look to the ones spot. Okay? So when we're talking about 17 and 15, let's look at the ones. So how many ones do we have for 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And for 15, how many ones do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which number is bigger, 7 or 5 or greater? Which number is greater? That's right. So 7 ones are more than 5 ones. So in this case, 17 is greater than 15. So sometimes if we have the same number in the 10 spot, we have to look at the ones. Okay? All right, let's move to the bottom and work on a few problems, okay? All right, since you guys don't have these at home, if you need help in solving these, you can draw pictures to help you like we did on the previous page. All right, so the first example says, circle the greater number. So which number is bigger, 62 or 65? Well, can we look at the tens place to answer that question? No, we can't because they both have a 6 in the tens spot. So now we're going to look at the ones place. So what's bigger, 2 or 5? That's right, 5 is bigger. So we know 65 is the greater number. So then it says, did the tens or ones help you decide? Well, since they had the same number in the tens place, obviously it was the ones place that helped us. And then you're going to write the numbers. So it says blank is greater than blank. So we figured out that 65 is greater than 62. And then you're going to write it out using our symbol. Okay, so 65 is greater than, there's our greater than symbol, 62. Okay, so now these two right here. For this one, we can look at the tens place. So what's bigger, an 8 in the tens place, which would stand for 80, or a 4 in the tens place, which would stand for 40. That's right. So we know that 84 is the bigger number. And this time we looked at the tens place. So we would circle that. Then we're going to fill this in. Blank is greater than blank. So we know that 84 is greater than 48. And then we're going to write that here as well. Remember, you want the open part to face your bigger number so it can eat it. So 84 is greater than 48. So the pointy side's going to point at the smaller number. The open side's going to eat the bigger number. Okay? So let's try one more, and then I'm going to give you a page to work on your own, okay? So here is 72 and 70. So this is one of those problems where we can't look at the tens place because they're the same number. So we're going to go ahead and look at the ones place. So we have a 2 and a 0. So which number is greater, 2 or 0? That's right. So we're going to circle 72 because 2 is greater than 0. And we looked at the ones place this time. And we decided that 72 is greater than 70. So we're going to fill that in here as well. 72 is greater than 70. All right. Actually, let's do 2 more before I have you move on to doing it on your own. Okay, so we're circling the greater number. So here we go. We have a 5 in the tens place and a 7, right? And we know that stands for 50 and 70. So which number is bigger or greater? So we know 75 is greater than 57 because 70 is bigger than 50. We used the tens spot, and we know that 75 is greater than 57. Okay, we're going to write it here. We're going to eat our symbols eating the bigger number and pointing at the smaller number. All right, and here, can we look at the tens place here? No, we can't, right? Because they're the same number. So which ones place number is smaller? That's right, the 4 is smaller than the 8. So that means that 98 is greater than 94. So we looked at the ones place, and we know that 98 is greater than 94. And we'll fill that in here as well. All right. So now I want you to turn to your gray page for this lesson. Okay. And I want you guys to do number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. And turn the page, and I also want you to do number 1 and number 2. All right? So I want you to watch this video, work on those problems, and I will post the answer key onto Class Dojo. All right? Thank you, guys.